This file is made possible by the support of my wonderful patrons. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome, I'm MrSnake and you are amazing. I want you to get nice and relaxed. I want you to get amazingly comfortable for me. So that you feel as though you're sinking down deeply into the surface that you're resting upon, whether that's a chair or a bed. And if it's your first time listening to one of my files, then welcome. And if you're one of my regular subjects, it's good to have you back. And I wonder, have you ever thought about how quickly trance actually happens? Just allowing your mind to ponder how quickly and easily and effortlessly you can go into trance forming. Because you can. You really can. I'm sure that even now, as we speak, as you listen to the sound of my voice, you've started sinking, dropping and falling, feeling all of those wonderful sensations you feel when you go into trance. For me, there's nothing more enjoyable than knowing that you're going into trance forming deeply and quickly. And that's one of the great things about hypnosis, is that anyone can be a good subject. Anyone can just find themselves being suggestive and responding naturally and easily to the sound of my voice. And because anyone can be a good subject, it stands to reason that you're a good subject. And I bet right now that you've already started to slip into a hypnotic trance. That my words have lulled and soothed and guided you, knowingly or unknowingly, into trance. And you and I both know just how much you enjoy trance. You and I both know that part of you loves to give up control. And even if you wanted to pretend to fight it, even if you wanted to pretend to resist the power of trance, you might find that I just reach inside of your mind with my words. Reach deep inside of your mind with my words. And maybe I could just take out a little slice of that resistance with each word I say. And the more words I say, the more your resistance would feel. The more your resistance would crumble and wither and just dissipate, fading, vanishing, as you go deeper, sinking down, feeling heavier and heavier. Because of course, after all, this really is what you want. And it stands to reason that if I can remove something from inside of your mind, that I could then replace whatever I remove. So if I remove resistance so that you relinquish control, then surely it's obvious that I could just replace that with obedience. And that's good, because obedience is pleasure. Pleasure is obedience. And isn't it funny how your body reacts to certain words that I say? Maybe it's the word relax. Maybe it's the word deeper. Or maybe if I said words like floating and drifting, you may start to experience that, or have an association with those words related to trance that just allows you to sink down deeper. And I know I'm bad. I keep saying all of those wonderful, delicious, hypnotic words. And in many ways, They're kind of like tropes and cliches, but they're tropes and cliches for a reason. And the reason is they work. They are working, and you're listening to them right now. So you can pretend to resist, or you can actually resist. It doesn't matter. It matters not a jot, because my words are working and having their effect deep inside your mind. That's right. So you can have conscious thoughts. They can drift in and out of your mind, and that's okay. But your unconscious thinking, your unconscious mind is listening to every word I say and every overt or covert suggestion that I make. And you like that. I know you do. Your conscious mind knows that you do. And your unconscious mind knows that you do also. And that's why resistance is so tough for you. With every word I say, removing another layer of resistance, exposing that unconscious core of your mind, allowing me full access to your unconscious mind. It feels good, doesn't it? It feels good to just surrender and yield and submit to the sound of my voice. And it may be that just the thought of me replacing your resistance with my control, that maybe does certain things to your body, and that's okay. And maybe you get certain sensations or feelings from knowing that I'm taking away your resistance, and also from the fact that you're allowing it to happen. Because this is your trance, and you can have it whatever way you want it, experience and enjoy it in whatever way is right and appropriate for you. And you can always come out of trance easily and effortlessly if the need arises. But let's be honest, you love the fact that I'm taking control of your mind right here and right now. And it may well be that you adore giving up this control so much that in the future when you listen to any of my other files, you just start to drop almost as soon as you hear my voice. And isn't that an appealing thought? And you can nod your head and confirm the fact that you wish for me to take and strip away any resistance to the sound of my voice. And I wonder if at this time you're maybe thinking or fantasizing or imagining in whatever way that you normally do about where we could take this in the future, about how much fun you could have just obeying and listening to my voice, listening to the files, following the suggestions, and of course obedience is pleasure, and pleasure is obedience. So you'll find with every file you listen to that you just drop deeper, more quickly, more deeply than ever before, as deep as you possibly can, as deep as is right and appropriate for you. So just let my words move inside of your mind. Maybe you can picture, visualize, or imagine those words, each single word from my mouth into your mind, from your mind into your body, allowing the pleasurable thoughts and the joy of surrender to just override any resistance, because that resistance is fading, dissipating, and vanishing from your mind. It might even be that thoughts are just fading, dissipating from your mind, each word reinforcing my suggestions, my control, that you enjoy surrendering. And maybe you don't even have a choice anymore, because it feels so good to not be in control. And doesn't it feel good to just let me do the thinking for you? Yes. You can let your mind stray. You can let your mind wander. And thoughts can blow in and blow out of your mind as you listen to the sound of my voice. Each word, each suggestion, bringing you comfort and peace as your resistance slips and fades away, as my control is exerted over your mind and over your body. So just allow that to happen easily, without effort, naturally, without resistance. And of course that's so easy for you because you're such a good subject. And also the fact that deep down inside, losing control, relinquishing control, is what you really want. And I want you to feel great pride and pleasure in the fact that you're brave enough to have this control taken from you, or to relinquish this control. Because not everyone is strong enough to do it, but you are. So you can take immense pride in your submissive role. You can have an exorbitant amount of joy because your needs are being met, because your desire, your craving to submissively yield and surrender control is being met right here and right now. Allowing these words to penetrate your mind, to sink so deep into your unconscious mind. And that feeling of well-being can stay with you for today, tomorrow, maybe even for the next week, because you deserve it. There are rewards for being a good subject, and this feeling of immense well-being is one of them, so it will stay with you. And now it could be that you find it amazing that I've not actually done a formal induction. Now I may have used some rather obvious hypnotic words. I may have used a certain tone of voice, but you're such a good subject that you took it all on board, because that unconscious part of your mind that craves surrender, well, it got what it wanted, and it was so easy, so effortless. That resistance just did dissipate. It is dissipated. And the deeper you go, the better you feel. And the better you feel, the deeper you want to go. So because you're such a good subject for me, you're going to leave a nice comment in the comment section below. You'll click like, and if you haven't subscribed already, you'll subscribe. But just take a moment now. Take a moment to just become even more absorbed and fascinated with the sensations you feel right now in trance, where your body feels the most relaxed, where your mind feels the most relaxed. And then in a moment I'll come back and count from 1 to 5 and bring you up and out of trance, feeling amazingly calm and relaxed. 1, coming up out of trance, feeling so good, feeling so calm, so relaxed. 2, your conscious mind returning, your thoughts coalescing, returning to your normal state. 3, freed of any suggestions that aren't right and appropriate for you. 4, you may want to stretch and yawn and wiggle your fingers and toes. And 5, opening your eyes, coming out of trance, feeling amazingly calm and relaxed. And thank you for listening.